Hey everybody, welcome to everything. We just rebranded the whole channel from Grandfather of Shadows, which is what it originally was, but it just wasn't sticking in my spirit. I felt there was really some change that needed to be made on this channel and a little bit more of a better foundation as to what this channel is. So officially we have had the new rebrand of Mr. Void Keeper. I know, a little bit of a strange name, but I thought it was pretty cool. And what I will say is this one feels right. Like I feel it deep in my spirit, deep in me. I feel like this is the right one. Um, so I really want to just start this video with saying I'm very happy that we rebranded, and I feel like everything's going well, and this is the right direction forward. I think this is the way that we need to go, and I'm very happy with that. Now we do have some sad news I want to go over, but real quick, I do want to say a few things about the channel name. Originally, it was going to be Void Keeper. The Mister was originally for usernames, but the only reason I rebranded everything was because the Twitch account I made was forced to be named Mr. Voidstay. I couldn't change the username, I couldn't fix it, so I figured best bet just rebrand it all to Mr. Void Keeper, and honestly, I'm happy with it. I think it's really cool. I love the vibe. I love the colors. Like, look at that, all that purple. It's beautiful. Makes me think of the Void bow, I guess. I mean, I know it's not the best bow. There are better bows in Horizon Direct, but still pretty cool. Anyway, first things first, we have some sad news to talk about in this video. While the rebrand of the channel was cool and all, we unfortunately do need to get to the stuff that I did not want to get into. But this is what we got. Unfortunately, it appears that the Nacht Round 255 run has been faked. And I'm not really sure how yet, so we have this video here that is going to go into it a little bit, trying to explain how it was faked and what exactly they did, or at least calculating the logistics of how it was faked. So let's just see a bit of this video and see what he has to say.
I had no intentions on bringing Nacht in a long-form video, but news discovered this week has forced me to bring up the topic. On June 1st, 2026, a famous mod developer named OJumpy shocked the High Round community for proving that Tom Fantasy's Round 255 game is now cheated. Yes, I'm referring to the Classics game. As you know, I've been playing Nacht for years on and off myself, and I was shocked to say the least. According to Sir OJumpy, this is what he stated in the ZWR Discord. After investigating in the past couple of days, I've come to the conclusion that Tom Fantasy Round 255 on Nacht is impossible.
So here's the interesting thing. So Tom Fantasy, this was the guy who did the Round 255 game all the way back in, what was it, 2021, I think? And he had one of the longest gaming records of all time. Like 300 something hours. And because of the instability of the game, I'm guessing there's two possibilities, and I'm sure every YouTuber at this point has already went over this, but there is most likely one of two things. He either was running on an older version, so to avoid certain bugs and glitches and maybe give him better RNG chance, or speaking of which, the other one, which could be, aside from running on older versions, avoiding bugs, crashes, glitches, server issues, all that stuff, running offline or whatever, besides all of that, I think another one that's very common, and you'll see he goes over I do know some stuff on this. I don't know like everything on the controversy and everything that's going on. Well, it's not even controversy, it's just news, but I don't know everything that went on, but one of the things I did hear about was the box hits. And I think what people were saying is he may have been using a mod or something that basically increases his box luck. So let's just we'll proceed a little bit so you get a better idea of what I'm talking about.
Couldn't have been achieved.
But
Zombie Killer recently played a
yeah.
Nacht game and he got an CI error, also known as a child GSC error, at 221.
I don't know what the hell happened. Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened, Tails. My shit froze. GG's, I guess.
I then started investigating how that could have happened and simply
Wait,
found
hold on. So
at 221.
I don't know what.
So is that like a some kind of, like, what kind of error is that?
What the hell happened? Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened, Tails. My shit froze.
Oh, his game froze. Okay.
GG's, I guess.
I then started investigating how that could have happened and simply found out that there's a leak when you hit the box. Basically, there's a box error on BO3 just like there is on
this
Black
is what I
Ops
was
1,
talking
and the
about.
reason is basically the same. Something to do with the hacker. I actually noticed a similar CI error myself during a test in 2024, but I didn't think too much of it at the time. It was always theorized that there could potentially be a box error in Black Ops 3, but with the introduction to AATs or alternate ammo types, hitting the box was pointless on all 14 maps except for one. If you guessed Nacht Der Untoten, you are a dumbass. I was using an external trainer to freeze zombies, so I just assumed the crash was on my end. I also had a lot of trust in Tom back then, and since he always seemed pretty ignorant of the technical side of the game, I just brushed it off.
So, I'm guessing that a lot of the community and a lot of people were not considering the fact that there might be and basically I'm just kind of going over everything he said and restating it, but basically there is a box leak, as they call it, which is basically, in simple terms, if you hit the box too many times in a single match, it will give you an error that freezes your game. So, well, as he was saying, people for the longest time didn't really know about this because there was never really incentive to hit that box that much in a single game. Because, like, you know, with Black Ops 1, World at War, it makes sense for you to hit the box that much because you're going to run out of ammo, then you need to get the weapon back. Like, with the DG2, I'm pretty sure that was very common where you'd run out of ammo in the Wunderwaffe DG2 and, like, Shino Numa and stuff, and Durice. So you'd have to hit the box and get it back. And people found out there was the error that if you hit the box too many times, it would crash your game. And I believe that's also why I believe he was saying that they never knew that was a thing in BO3, or at least didn't consider it. Like, maybe they thought, yeah, there probably is a box leak. There probably, if you hit it too many times, it might crash the game. But I think for the longest time, people didn't really know about it because, like you said, alternate ammo types, that was like the high round strategy for the longest time, and honestly still is today. So, you know, people didn't hit the box that many times. Like 32 to 34,000 box hits in a single game is pretty ridiculous.
After Zombie Killer's crash, I ran multiple tests on both the latest Steam build and on the older Fit Girl repack version, which was the game that Tom played on. With 0 zombies spawned, 0 equipment thrown, and 0 drops grabbed, I always aired out between 34k to 36k box hits. In a real game, that wouldn't happen. Zombies, nades, and drops are always being used. The crash limit is significantly lower, probably around even 32k to 34k, if not lower. Jesus, oh Jumpy, we need to go back to the English classroom. Tom claimed he had 1,252 trades, and since Thundergun on Nacht is harder to obtain.
So this is what I heard about, which is the insane luck you would need to have to achieve what he did in his 255 run. So look at the odds that he mentions.
Due to a faulty randomized function, unless you know the power of the devil magic. If you know, you know. I'm gonna DM him because I'm petty. Where is he? Bro. Tigers, thank you so much for bringing me the Thundergun. I appreciate that. The Thundergun average in a real game seems to be between 33 to 35, 32 being generous. Even if we were incredibly generous and gave him a 30 average, he would have had over 37,500 box hits, which is surpassing the limit. Shout out to Ojumpy for giving us a small table, as you can see.
So this right here, this is a table that kind of puts it all together. So basically, average box hits per Thundergun. That's basically saying if you hit the so if he was to trade 1,252 trades, and he was to get the Thundergun every 25 guns, then he would have had about 31,300 hits. And that is generous. Do you know what the odds of that are? Astronomical. And I think he actually mentions it right up here.
Demonstrates the amount of box hits you get per Thundergun, aka a 25 average best case scenario, which leads to 31,300 hits, which is very close to the theoretical max hits in Black Ops 3. Only way is if he had a 25 average or lower, which is just never happening. So just from all this above, I was almost positive his game was already impossible. That could have happened. I then started looking into the late game performance. When you are very late into the game, materials and animations can be very laggy due to engine strain. Here as example example, we are looking at the HUD blue animation that appears on the screen when you eat a gum. Over time, the game becomes more and more unstable, and the HUD starts to look more chalked than a 304 in Las
Yeah,
Vegas.
the game
In
gets
short
really
terms, it's going to be borderline impossible to have
gets
the
really
average be
unstable over
significantly below
time.
28. Since the box has a total of 33 weapons inside. One of the slots is taken by the Thunder Gun, the only way to kill zombies in Nacht classics are no gum after round 70. The Ray Gun Mark II is the second weapon to have out since it can kill zombies all the way up to said round 70-ish, due to the headshot multiplier, but it also removes the standard ray gun from the box, a little 2-for-1 special. The final weapon can literally be anything on the map aside from the RK5, since that's the only wall weapon that is not in the mystery box. Then there are 2 pieces of equipment you can also get out of the box.
You know, I actually don't think I knew that. I mean, I suspected it, but I didn't think it was confirmed that the RK5 wasn't in the mystery box. I didn't know that.
Distraction device known as the monkey bombs, and then a specialty weapon that is more useless than the winner's howl called the Annihilator. With all of these weapons out of the box, you are left with a 1 in 28 chance every time.
I mean, it does. The Annihilator doesn't really take up a weapon slot, so I get it, but.
Time you hit the box, but the chances of maintaining a 25 or lower average throughout a 305-hour game with an alleged 1,252 trades is, well, not happening unless a fictitious power was in charge of your RNG. But let me know in the comment section what you think about the whole thing. I remember watching the Mr. T Lexify reaction to Tom's 255 game, and the fact that everything about that reaction is tainted digs deep with me. And I also had the chance to talk to Tom on my 221 Flawless Megas World Record game. I'm disappointed to say the least, but other than that, I appreciate you all watching.
So yeah, that's basically all the information. Yeah, so that's basically all the information that we have on the controversy as of now. Oh, I'm on the wrong channel. Whoopsie. But yeah, basically, it's unfortunate because it basically claims that the entire round 255 run, that was the record for 5 years, I think. It basically is saying that the odds of that, astronomical. He had to have modified the game in some way, shape, or form. He had to either modify the version he was playing on to get extremely good, like, which honestly, I think that one's kind of a stretch, because even if you modify your game version, there's still a lot of issues you're going to encounter, and what I think is more plausible is he modified his RNG to make sure that he got the absolutely best mystery box look possible. Because, I mean, let's be honest, there is no way that you're getting the Thunder Gun 25, every 25 guns on average. Like, that is just, those odds are astronomical. So there's no way that's happening. Or lower. Like he was saying in the video, that's about the theoretical limit. So that or lower. Plus you have to think about all the game strain after 300 hours of playing. Like that is an insanely long time to play a single match. And you know your game, the servers, and just about, I mean, you got to consider he's probably streaming this all as well. So there's got to be a lot of strain on the game to keep that running. So unless you're on a NASA computer, I don't know. I guess those are the possibilities. Modified the server, which is very unlikely. Modified the RNG, which is probably the most likely. Or is playing on a NASA computer, which I don't think is very likely, but, you know, very well could be. I guess we just don't know right now. But, thank you guys so much for watching. I know this is probably very upsetting to hear. I don't know if I'm the first one you're hearing this from. Maybe you heard this from someone else. But anyway, I hope you guys like this video. I'm hoping you're also willing to like and subscribe to join this community. Because this channel just had a fresh reboot. I guess you could say. Rebrand more of. And I think it'd be awesome if you guys left a comment down below giving me a challenge idea. That's kind of the thing I do, is Call of Duty Zombies challenges. I do a lot of challenges. I did beating Shadows people with a Bowie knife and beating Call of the Dead with a 1911. And honestly, at some point, I might try and beat it with only a sickle. Or no sickle at all. One of those two crazy challenges. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And everyone take care. I'll see you all in the next video.